Hello everybody, welcome to the second race of the Sunoco Truck Series season, the Wawa 250 at Five Flag Speedway, the home of the Snowball Derby. I'm joined here with Lucian Thompson, the owner of CMB Racing, and Joseph Smith, the owner of Chesapeake Racing.
Hi.
We saw Alpine ADAC dominate last race in Phoenix, but common denominator, TG Castleman qualified on pole in that race as well. So let's see if Alpine ADAC can dominate again, or will it go to someone else? Five Flags is pretty heavy on tires, so you're going to need to be pretty preservant of your tires as well as maintaining your track position here.
Drivers, start your engines!
Let's take a look at our starting order. Todd Gordon Castlenut on pole in the 0, to his outside will be Kate Bullard in the 55. Then you have Tyler Young in the 15, the 12 and Maka Arioski will be to his outside. Then you have Sophie Harley, Zay Zerski, Jose Wade, and Alpine ADAC, the points leader. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 52 of Johnny Yang and the 48 of Bruno Santos. And there you see the pace track coming off. And a round out of turn 4, and we're racing in Five Flags. Here you see the 2 leaders already pulling away. As Sophie Harley looking to make a 3 wide in the back, 53.
That 0 truck cleared that 55 here and now has the lead. Here comes that 55.
Willard almost landed the bumper.
Ooh. Willard wants that lead bad.
Running all up on the bumper of the 0, passing that.
Can you look on back? Ooh! Harwick moves that 15 truck. Hard.
Oh, but they both washed up the track.
Ooh, but Harwick clears that 15 truck.
Now here comes the 55 of Willard. He's running lower down on the track than the 0. That's going to give the 0 a better exit of the corner, but let's see if he can roll the corner itself better.
Ooh, this battle for the lead still as hot as ever, but that 98 truck is coming.
Coming quick. Now here comes the 55 to the inside of the 0, gonna give him a little bit of a bumper.
That's it gonna work though. It's gotta push him a little bit harder. He's gotta get. Ooh, he opens up that inside, that 0 truck.
Side by side for lead, coming down the back straightaway. Now into turn 3. Here comes Gabe Willard, gonna force him up the track as Sophie Hart closes in on the 0.
Willard almost clear of that 0 truck. Ooh, slides up track again, slides that 0 up, and now at 55 clear of that 0 truck. But here comes Sophie Harwick on the inside.
Club driver to the lead, but he's going to allow his own line teammate to get by the 0 of passing out.
Harwick is still putting up a fight with that 0 truck as that 55 gets a chance to have some breathing room and pull away. That send from the 55 sends it in deep, trying to get something done here.
Harwick peeking ahead of the 0 passing out in the corners. Let's see what she can do.
Ooh, sorting got him real good. Is she clear? She's clear of that 0 truck. Sophie Harwick, that was an open track to that 55. Let's see.
But let's not
how much of a charge she's done.
She started down in P11. She's already up here into P6, battling for P5. The one of Zay Zerski.
Right on that bumper there. Ooh, moves up ever so slightly.
And she's gonna get clear of Zerski as turns 3 and 4.
That 1 truck doesn't seem like the fastest truck out there.
The 18 of Celeste Thomas running with the same team as last season. She was so dominant on the short tracks, but just barely had the results to show for it. The 1 win coming at Chicagoland early on in the season.
Look to the
Needs to
inside
go
of
to
that
the bottom
15
of
now.
Tyler Young.
Young battling hard.
As we may have a battle for the lead as Sophie Harwick has caught up to the 55. The two Mobile 1 Toyota Tundras.
Harwick's truck looks really quick here.
These are new truck bodies from last season. It seems like the Toyotas seem to be getting more acclimated to these new bodies rather than everyone else in the field. As 4 of the top 10 drivers are in a Toyota truck.
Toyota just seems really fast here.
They also have a bunch of trucks fielded in the truck series. I think around 5 teams are running Toyotas this season.
When you're a manufacturer, one of the biggest things you want is strength and numbers. Toyota has strength and numbers. And Toyota, right now, has got to be really happy seeing 2 of the top 3 being Toyotas, and 3 of the top 4 being Toyotas as well.
Yeah, but it might be all of the top 3 are Toyotas, as the 18 of Celeste Thomas is running down the 0 of TG Castle now. As we see someone in the pit lane, that's Ryan Williams making his first start since Club Series Homestead Season 1 in the Truck Series. He's running for Alpha Ridden Motorsports. Ironically, those 2 trucks are fielded by Alpha Ridden Motorsports, their leader. I don't know if something went wrong on the 81. Seems like he had a tire puncture, had to come into the pit lane.
Might be the way he subbed that those tires or contact with another truck. We may find out later here as he merges back into traffic.
Yeah, this is not exactly what he wanted. Ryan Williams, the owner of Wyvern Racing, up in the Cup Series.
Oh, loose! Save it, brother, save it! And he saves it.
Those tires aren't warmed up just yet. Back here in the chaos that is the midfield, a bunch of rookies running back here.
This is not where you want to be, especially when you...
I think over 2/3 of the Truck Series field are rookies. There's rookies everywhere back here.
This is just not an ideal situation at all.
I'm talking about rookies. The 87 of 10 Hasagawa is his first start. He's running just outside the top 10 in T12. There's Chili's Toyota.
Impressive the kid, with the speed that kid is showing already. One day he might become a Cup Series driver.
We see Frederick Pizza hanging on to the last spot in the top 10. He's trying to hold out the 13 of Taylor Swift as Sophie Harwick has gone to the lead. And right now, Celeste Thomas is getting by the 0 of TG Castleman.
Now Toyota's dream has come true. Top 3, all Toyotas.
2 Alpha Rooney Motorsport trucks and 1 Red Dragon Legacy truck. We see Alpha and ADAC. He fell back on the initial start, but now he's slicing through the top 10, trying to get by the 2 teammates for Remnant Racing. The 51 and 52.
ADAC is quite the fast driver, very quick.
He's going to try, and he moves actually the 52 run in out the way. Now he's going to try and run down the other Remnant Racing truck of Tyler Young, and he slides into the pit lane.
Ooh, that almost looked really bad there, but somehow that 15 truck doesn't slide.
These 2 Rams is trying to get the undercut on everyone else, as it is a very tire prominent track here. I think 5 flags, the 42 of Christian Kowalski, he could not catch a break. In practice, he had a tire go down. He had to forfeit value practice time. Now he has an engine going down here.
That's not good at all, and just an unfortunate weekend for that McDonald's truck.
Yeah, green flag pit stops underway way quicker than I expected them to. In practice, they could go around 30 laps on a set of tires in fuel, but they're coming in right at the end of lap 29. And here comes Harwick slicing through lap traffic, getting aggressive, rubbing up the 7 of Marcus Shelton there.
Just dove her truck in there and made it stick. But if that 7 truck wasn't really paying as much attention, then they still have ended really poorly there for the leader.
Now Celeste Thomas has gotten by the 55 of Gabe Willard. Now she's trying to get around Bruno Santos in the 48 and try to run down the teammate of Celeste Thomas.
That 18 truck looks to be a long run truck, not a short run truck.
Sorry, I meant her teammate of Sophie Harvick in the 98.
Harvick still has the leader.
Pit stop in those two Toyotas. And you see Pedro Sales, another Toyota. This is his first start as well in the truck series. He's racing for Alex Prime Racing, his team owner running just up the road here in the 02. As Pedro Sales trying to get around the 98, almost took her out.
Ooh, a little bit aggressive there, but with those fresh tires, you gotta use them now because they wear out quick.
Yeah, you can just see the tire difference. This lap truck trying to get around your leader. But the tire difference is no use for the 43 of Devin Harvick. The 18 is just going to breeze around them.
The 43 truck is just slow tonight. Just really, really slow. Compared to everybody else.
This powerhouse racing team just has not had speed this weekend. There's Christian Kowalski with all his issues and just the raw pace not being there for Devin Harvick. And now Sophie Hart finally coming into the pit lane, almost sliding up on the bumper of the 22. The top three all going to come in. That's going to hand the lead to TG Castleman, I presume. Oh, Castleman is in the pit lane, I think. No, he is your leader. Sorry, I lost track of him. And now he's going to dive into the pit lane.
This is a window for the leaders now.
Yeah, all these midfielders making a little bit of an undercut before the leaders came in, trying not to get in their way while they pit. You see Sophie Harvick. Oh, contact in the pit lane.
Oh, that's not good.
The 0 TG Castleman trying to come into his box, and the 55 Gabe Lewis is trying to come out of his box. Thankfully, no damage to either of these trucks.
If there was damage, that would be a pretty premature end to the night.
Yeah, just unfortunate events going to cost them both some track position. Oh, Amelia Sparks blown up on the front stretch. She stops here. She's going to come to a stop, and that's going to bring us under caution. And I have no idea who the leader is going to be. And it looks like maybe the 98 of Harwick. As she's going to come into the pit lane, I think she is the leader. Oh, the 48 of Bruno Santos almost barreled into the back of the 18. I think he's trying to get his lap back after the caution came out while he was still on the lead lap.
And that 48 came in hot. Real hot. Like I thought I was going to lead to disaster.
And Zay Xerxes is going to come out of pit road first. He's gonna be your leader for the restart unless he decides to come back in the double stop. And no, he doesn't. He will be your leader unless the crew chiefs pull any sort of shenanigans.
What a turnaround for JustJay, who wasn't running the greatest at the time of caution, and just turns that narrative completely around by not pitting.
Yeah, these Chesapeake trucks have not had the pace this evening. As Sophie Harvick's going to come back in, same thing with Gabe Willard.
Making a double stop here for some reason.
Maybe trying to come in top off, couldn't get both of these trucks filled up during their respective pit stops. Thankfully, that's not going to lose them any laps. It's just going to lose them a bunch of track position.
I don't know what the call is here. I don't know why you'd make that call here, but
last
maybe
week, same thing happened to Sophie Harvick. She was running really well. Had, I think, a blown tire on the truck. And just ruined her night there in Phoenix. And now the pace truck's lights are off. That's indicating when to go to green. We're going to see everyone on the lead lap cycle out to the front.
Yep.
Yep, now the pace car's going to come off. We're going to enter the Monster Energy restart zone. And we're going to go back racing here. 5 flags. JustJay, Alper, and ADOC pulling away from the Toyota of Celeste Thomas.
JustJay already up the track. Trying to run that higher line, trying to get that better corner exit, but here comes ADOC here, attacking that UPS truck.
That UPS Honda, he's going to want to get by the one of JustJay if he wants to come for lap 5 before the 18 of Celeste Thomas comes and passes them both. She's really quick in that Tundra.
Toyotas seem really quick in general tonight. This type of track just suits the Toyota's desires, and because Toyotas have been dominant at this track. So,
and there you see running in P4 is last season's winner here in 5 flags to the Swift in the 13. It was the season finale race last time we came here, but now it's the second race of the season.
What a turnaround for these Chesapeake trucks in general, because they looked like dirt. They looked really slow, a little bit off the pacer, but now here they are, pretty competitive now that they have good track position.
And I'm really impressed with this 87 of Ken Hasagawa. This is his first start in the truck series, and he's already up here in P6, trying to chase down Jose Water for P5. Jose Pizzo right behind him, another Toyota truck, and that's Lara Aldridge, another rookie trying to get around Johnny Yank, who's got hung out on the outside.
Ooh, dive in here. Quite the dive there.
Yeah, the 52 is just getting swarmed by rookies. You see Stampede, that's Jonah Burridge, Alex Klein, Ross Anthony, all trying to get around him as he's going to rub up Lara Aldridge a little bit there.
Not sure if that black and white truck is going to appreciate that at all.
She's going to get a good run off the top coming out of 1 and 2.
So keeping it side by side here. But not ideal at all. You want to be more towards that bottom. Especially with how many cars are all around here. You want to be on that bottom lane.
Let's see if the fourth teammate of Stampede Best is going to cut her any legs here. Going to give her a little shove coming down the backstretch, but not going to be too much of a help for this 20 of Aldridge, as Johnny Yang looks like he's going to get the position coming off this corner. Oh, I stand corrected. Oh, never mind. He just breezes past the 20. Yeah, and Johnny Yang's gonna safely take the 8.
Where?
As Ken Hasegawa, he's run down with 51 of Jose Water at Remnant Racing Ram. As you see the battle for the lead heating up, three trucks all under a blanket right now, trying to get around Zay Zersky in the 1. Alper and Adak trying to find a way around this 1 of Zay Zersky.
Struggling to do so here, but ooh.
There goes Zersky up the track. Here comes Adak on the bottom. Couldn't get his nose to the inside of him.
Came close here.
And now here comes Zersky. Oh, contact right there. The 10 of Adak into the 1 of Zersky. Here comes Celeste Thomas in the 18 trying to get around Zersky as well. Now here comes Celeste Thomas trying to get a 2 and 1. Diving down the inside contact with the 10.
Slides up the track here, but collects it here. So side by side for the lead.
Celeste Thomas, she's really frustrated. She's gotta be. Had so many dominant runs on short tracks last season. Had 1 win on a 1.5 miles. Nothing to show for it on the ovals. But now she's out there once again here in 5,000. Adak opens the door on the inside. Here comes Thomas.
Thomas looking at the inside too. Ooh!
Sends him up the track as he tried to chop her nose. And it looks like Celeste Thomas here for the lead. Yes, she is going to come off turn 4.
And she's going to run away with it now.
Yeah, a bunch of speed in this 18 truck. Going to run away with the lead. Already put out almost half a straightaway on the 10.
That 18 truck has a ton of speed and just was being held off by that Chevy and that Honda. Once she got away from those two, she's just gone. She is gone.
Now here comes Ken Hasegawa, his first start in the truck series. He's about to make the pass to get into the top 5.
Ton of speed here.
Bunch of speed on that Toyota Tundra, but just cannot get by this Ram of Jose Water. You see pit stops underway. That's Lyra Aldrich exiting the pit lane right now. I think we're going to see all the midfielders come in first, and then like the leaders come in later, like we saw on the first round of 5 pit stops. Now there you see the short track ace of Jay Willard trying to get around his alliance teammate of Frederick Pisa. The 19 is going to chop his nose, go up the track, and that's going to allow the 55 to go around and clear for, what is this, Q7, I think. And Celeste Thomas already pulling out 1.5 seconds on the 10 of ADAC. She's putting on a show right now. You see her going around the 42 of Christian Kowalski. not his weekend at all. He's going to try and turn it around in Daytona next week, where he'll be teammates with Brett Turner, Cup Series driver. Brett Turner will be in the 43 truck for his team, moving Devin Harvick to the 44 part-time. You see a bunch of the top 10 drivers coming into the pit lane. Jose Water, Ken Hasegawa, the 15 of Tyler Young as well. But none of your leaders just yet. Celeste Thomas, Alpern Adak, Zay Zersky, Taylor Swift, all decided to stay out still. Celeste Thomas, your leader, stuck in all this lap traffic. A bunch of lap cars battling for position. Just holding up the 18, that's going to allow the 10 and the 1 to catch up once again. There you see her stuck behind the 40 of Bruno Santos. That's allowing the 10 to catch up that's going to allow the 10 to catch up a lot there. She's basically running at snail's pace behind this 48. As you see there, Jay Zersky has made his pit stop. Now just waiting on the 18 and the 10. Here you saw 48 went up the track and the 42 almost went with them. As Alpern Adak's finally going to make his pit stop, leaving Celeste Thomas out on the track. This could be detrimental to her lead though, seeing as tires are so important here and she's been running them for a long while. Still not going to come in. She's going to try and play the strategy game, trying to get a caution to come out before making her pit stop. You see Taylor Swift finally coming out. The 10 of Alpern Adak coming out as well. And Celeste Thomas finally making her pit stop. It's a busy track and a busy pit lane. And where's the 10 going to cycle out? Is he going to be behind or in front of the 18? You see the 18 of Celeste Thomas just coming onto the track, sliding and he's not there. That's number 3. Trying to get her tire temperatures up to par with the 10. It looks like she's going to hold on to the lead unless Steve Mazzi lets this 10 by, but I do not think he's going to give up his spot. Now the 10 going to dive into the inside of Steve Mazzi, but he's going to have to come off of the gas there in 3 and 4. Going to allow the 18 to run away. The 10 is your points leader. Alpern Adak, I think he leads over TG Kastner by 16 or so points. It shouldn't be a huge detriment to his lead as Celeste Thomas is right now outside the top 20 in points. He finally gets around Steve Mazzy in the 3 truck. And this is a huge bunch of cars. Before Blake Carter lapped down, he's in P23. Okay, we're still trying to get around him so she can run down Jose Water in the 51. Same thing with Ken Hasegawa in the 87. Here's Jose inside of the Krausman Ram. And she's going to go up into P3 if she can get the move done. And she's going to send it deep into 1 and 2. Going to force the 51 out of the gas. And she's going to go up into P3. Now these two were strong early on in the race, but they're now at the bottom end of the top 10. Gabe Willard and Sophie Harvard battling each other pretty heavily. Gabe caught up to Ken Hasegawa as Blake Carter is holding up a bunch of these drivers. They're running at a snail's pace down in 1 and 2. Gabe Willard easily going to go around the outside of the 87 Chase Tundra. And I think the problem was actually Jose Water. He's really slow in that 51. I don't know if something went wrong with that Craftsman Ram, but he's just holding up a bunch of these guys. Now Gabe Willard finally getting around the 51. He's going to try and chase down the 13 truck. And now Celeste Thomas has caught a bunch of lap traffic. That's the 22 at Pedro Sales. Right behind the 12 of Nakahara Ryosuke. All this lap traffic is allowing Alpha and ADAC to catch up to the 18. I'm surprised Ron Williams, the teammate for the 18, did not hold up Alpha and ADAC up a little bit more as the 12 chopped the nose on the 18. The 12 is the teammate to the 10. Let's see what happens. This is going to get interesting. Oh, the 15 slow. He has a puncture.
Is it going to come to a stop on the track here?
Yeah, this is going to be a caution, no doubt. Right in front of incoming traffic. And yeah, the caution's going to come out for the 15 of Tyler Young.
Ooh.
I don't think too many trucks pitted because the pit cycle was starting there, but we'll see what happens. Here come your two leaders, the 18 and the 10, into the pit lane. And now you see everyone else. And the two Vision Motorsport trucks, they stayed out, hoped for a caution, a lucky caution to get them some track position, and that's exactly what they're going to get. Haley Anderson in the 5 and Jonah Burge in the 6. And now you're going to see everyone else come and pour into the pit lane. All these guys are a lap down.
Laney, Harvick. Wow.
And you see Tyler Young, he's going to get his problem tended to on the 15.
Ooh, tough break for Tyler Young.
He was running up there in the top 5 or so.
Top 5, top 10 speed all night. Just Bump break there.
Yeah, he's gonna try. He's gonna want to try and get the lucky dog if another caution does come out, because we're under 50 laps to go.
You can never say never. There's a truck exiting pit road.
I just don't think anyone has anything for the 18 of Celeste Thomas, Frederick Pisa, and Nakaharu Yosuke staying out.
I'm not so sure about that. I feel like that 10 truck has something. And or if one of the other Toyotas who competed early, maybe that 55 truck of Gabe Willard, if that 55 makes a comeback in any way, shape, or form, that would be something.
Yeah, those two trucks are running P4 and P5 right now. They're going to be in contention here if it continues green till the end of this race.
Let's see how chaotic the end of this race becomes now. They should theoretically be able to make it with maybe one more pit stop or just one more caution. We're gonna wait and see how this plays out.
You've seen the strategy game all these guys have been playing this whole race, hitting really early, trying to get some positions during the pit cycle, but
that's
I don't know how that's been working out for them. One driver has been Johnny Yang doing that a lot. He's right now 2 laps down in P17. Before he was running up there in the top 10, top 5. As pace truck's actually going to come off, I didn't even notice the lights come off. And we're back racing here in 5 flags. That was a pretty short caution period. But Celeste Thomas pulling away from the 10 of Alpha and ADAC, already 2 truck lengths between them. So Sophie Harwick muscling against the team of Taylor Silk, gonna bring her teammate up.
Oh!
With her.
Willard slides up the track. That's it's Taylor Swift here.
I got a little loose there, almost took out the 13.
Both of them save it though. Ooh, those Toyotas are catching big time.
And now here comes Sophie Harwick, gonna run down the 10 of Alfred Hadak.
To the inside she goes, side by side here. She can't lose too much time here if she wants to have a chance for the lead here.
Yeah, she does run them easily. Now here comes Gabe Willard as well. All three of these Toyotas running up here are really good short track racers. And combine that with the speed that the Toyotas always have on short tracks, this is a really good combo.
Side by side with ADAC here. 55 Willard can't afford to battle this 10 truck much more. Bringing back Taylor Swift in the picture.
Taylor Swift almost with him.
You can't battle much more here. You just gotta go. You gotta try and pull a gap, try and catch up to that 98. And in turn, try and catch that 18 because Celeste Thomas here just pulling away.
7 of the top 10 drivers are Toyotas. Pretty dominant performance from all these guys as Celeste Thomas flips up the track in 1 and 2. That's going to allow the 98 of Sophie Harwick to catch back up.
Right.
This is going to be a great point stay for the 98 and the 18. I think both of these trucks are to the bottom of the point standings right now. I know both of them did not have the greatest weekend in Phoenix to start the season.
This is just the type of day you need here. You need a real good day. You need to just get the win here and maybe a top 3.
I think as this track has transitioned from day to night, these two Global 1 Toyotas have really come alive. You can see the pace they're holding with the 18.
Maybe even a little faster, give or take here. If I'm that 18 truck, I gotta calm down, but at the same time, gotta keep looking in that mirror now.
Yep, right now Celeste Thomas is second last in Truck Series points, as well as Sophie Harwick 18th.
But they are coming fast here.
You can see these top 3 trucks all built by the Rooney Technologies program, running under the Toyota Gazoo Racing banner.
Oh, would you look at that? This team is just showing immense speed on this short track here.
Yeah, the top 2 racing for Alpha Rooney Motorsports on that 55 and Gabe Willard Red Dragon Legacy Motor Club.
This is where things are going to get very interesting here.
Yeah, we're coming around to 29 laps to go. Now here comes Sophie Howard closing in on the 18 of Mr. Les Thomas.
He's always on that bumper now, that 18.
Harvick's going to have a pretty bad corner. That's going to allow the 55 Gabe Willard to catch up.
This is not what you need to do here. You need to have good corners consistently over and over again. You can't make that mistake. You just can't. In any way, shape, or form.
And here comes Gabe Willard closing in on the 98.
That 98 truck needs to sell back here in here and just find their groove and just get it going.
The bottom of this top 10 is also all Toyotas. It's the 5 of Paulie Anderson, the 19 of Frederick Pisa, and the 6 of Jonah Burridge. This 19 an Alpha Rooney truck, and then the other 2 Vision Motorsports along with Cup Series team, Vision Racing. Ken Hasegawa, this is his own operation, not aligned with anyone, but he's running here in P6. Now here they catch the 42 of Christian Kowalski. He's battling engine issues, as we said before. He's coming off of a 9th place finish in Phoenix, but now he's just going to try and get out of the way for the leaders to battle it out. Or maybe not, he's going to hold up the 18 a little bit.
Ooh, this can get that 98 back in the picture here, big time.
Finally going to get around him, but is he going to hold up the 98 as well? No, he's going to get out of the way for these 2, as you see Nakahari Yosuke on the bottom of your screen coming into the pit lane. Green flag pit cycle has restarted now. A bunch of trucks into the pit lane there. He's really busy right now.
These trucks pitted on that last caution cycle, I believe, which is a bit odd, but they may think they can make it here and try and do something here. May as well.
You can go about 30 laps in a set of tires. I guess those 30 laps have gone by really quickly.
Gotta do what you gotta do here, just try and make something happen.
I don't think any of these guys are going to play dirty, going to give anyone the bumper, going to race it out cleanly. Oh, that's the wrong person. No, there you see trying to get around the 15 of Tyler Young. Oh, he almost parked it on the nose of the 98. That's going to hold it up there.
Ooh, that's not good at all.
The 18 saw that, she's going to dive into the pit lane, and Sophie Hart's going to respond, going to also dive into the pit lane.
Ooh. Another entry from that 98 truck here.
And the 10 of Alpern Adax is going to get the lead for now. He's going to come in. Oh! The contact between the 18 and the 48 in the pits. That's not going to do anything though. So Les Thomas is going to have an amazing pit stop. Sophie Harwood, something went really wrong. Look at the gap between her and the 18.
Don't know what went wrong for pit stop there, but that is not what was needed at all. A horrible, horrible pit stop.
Celeste Thomas going to close in on her alliance teammate, the 33 of Ross Anthony. Let's see if he's going to get out of the way as we approach 10 laps to go here in Five Flags. Now we have Jonah Burridge going to bring the battle to the 87 of Ken Hasegawa.
I'll be side by side here as we go on board with that Monster Energy Cook can.
Both of these trucks have come alive once the night has fallen. Had it set it up for the long run rather than the short run, both of these. As we're at 11 laps to go, and the gap still has not changed between the top two. Sophie Harwick is closing in slowly but steadily, but she's still going to have to manage her way around all this lap traffic as well. Celeste Thomas, all she has to do is bring it home now. Gotta hope no caution comes out. She's going to be all up on the bumper of the 20 Lyra Aldridge there.
That's how she goes.
And there you see the 98 of Sophie Harwick getting held up by Devin Harvick in the 43.
Unfortunate break here.
Celeste Thomas coming down to 6 laps to go. All she has to do is bring it home. Gonna close in on the 5 of Hallie Anderson. Gonna put him a lap down.
Thomas just has to bring this truck home and pray that there isn't a caution. Because if there's a caution, stack them up, and do it again. You're just praying.
Harwick is closing, but it's just a little too late and just too many lap cars to get by. So you see her muscling up the 22 of Peggy Sales.
You can't have this happen. You can't get held back at all, because if you do get held back, then you are just cooked.
If this is any sign to come for the rest of the season, Celeste Thomas is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
On these short ovals here, especially.
Here you see now she's going to put her teammate another lap down. That's Ryan Williams making his first of 5 starts. 2 laps to go here in 5 laps.
This A2 truck's been dominant all night. Just shown the speed since the start.
She was fast in the day, she was fast in the evening, and fast when it turned into night. This really good all-around truck is 18 of Celeste Thomas. Alpha Rooney Motorsports took a chance on her, and it's paying off now. She's going to come off of turn 4, and she's going to win the Wawa 250 in 5 flags.
What a performance.
Toyota's got to be happy with that. Sophie Harwick finishes in P2, Gabe Willard P3, Alfred Adolf in P4, and in P5 will be Taylor Swift. Ken Hasegawa, in his first start ever in any NASCAR sanctioned series, will finish P6. Jonah Burridge P7. P8 goes to the 19 of Frederick Pisa. And then Nakaharu Yosuke and Hallie Anderson will round out your top 10.
How
Really,
about that?
really impressive run for all those Alfa Rooney trucks. Three of the four finished in the top 10. The other one, Ryan Williams, he got played by mechanical issues earlier on in this race. But he was really quick in practice as well. You just gotta wonder what if that mechanical issue never happened. He would have probably been up there with winning speed, I should say.
Probably a top 5 contender there, but we'll never know.
Zay Xerxes, he was battling up there late in this race, but he had a tire go down during the pit cycle. He had to retire his car. Too much damage from the blown tire. The '05 of Amelia Elliott also retired out of this race.
Just unfortunate.
Yeah, that's it from the Wawa 250. I'll see you next week or yeah, we'll see you next week for the Advent Health 300 practice and qualifying, and then we'll see the next race after. What the fuck am I trying to say? We'll see you next week for practice and qualifying for the Advent Health 300, and then we'll see you next week for the race at Daytona. Speed Week's kicking off on Wednesday with the Series XM Clash. Make sure not to miss that.
Bye.